Bro, have you ever noticed how loud silence can get? It's not just quiet, it's heavy. It's that kind of silence that presses down on your chest, makes you question everything. One minute you feel like you're close, like there's something real between you and her, and the next she's distant. No texts, no calls. And the worst part? You felt something before this. Her smile, her vibe, it hit different. So now you're stuck thinking, what changed? But here's what most guys miss. That silence, it's not always rejection. Sometimes it's observation, a radar scan. She's not just pulling back, she's watching. She's measuring who you are when the attention fades, when the spotlight's off. Do you stay grounded or do you spiral? This isn't about trying to get her attention back. It's about becoming a man who doesn't flinch when the world, or a woman, creates distance. Let's talk about what that actually looks like. Most men panic. The second she goes cold, they go hot. The cycle starts. Double texts, long explanations, voice notes full of emotion, solving problems that didn't exist. But her silence isn't a trap. It's a test, a mirror. She wants to see if you'll just play out the same tired script or break the cycle. Because she's not just listening to your words. She's watching your poise. Can you hold it together when everything in you is screaming to seek reassurance? Or do you become just another guy reacting out of fear? Don't beg, don't perform. Just hold your ground. That's when she sees you're different. Most men confuse silence with giving up. They think if they don't reply, they'll lose her. But in a world full of constant noise, your peace is power. When you go quiet, not to punish, but because you're grounded, she starts to feel. She starts to wonder. What's he doing? Why isn't he reacting? And now you flip the dynamic from chasing to attracting. Not through games, but by showing her that your value isn't dependent on her attention. That's the kind of silence that speaks louder than any words. Here's where a lot of guys fall apart. They take her distance personally. They get bitter, passive-aggressive. They spiral into thinking she's playing games. But what if she's just processing? Women feel before they analyze. And when something feels even slightly off, they retreat, not to play with your head, but to get clarity. She wants to know, was I really safe with him? Or was I just projecting hope onto someone who wasn't ready? She's not looking for a performance. She's looking for alignment. Show her you're solid, even in her absence. That speaks louder than any apology ever could. Women don't move like switches. They move like waves, fluid, emotional, rhythmic. Most guys rush in to fill the silence, to fix, to explain. But the smart man? He waits, not passively, but with presence. He doesn't crowd her energy. He gives it room to breathe. And in that stillness, she begins to feel again. Because when you stop chasing, you create space. Space where she can reflect, miss you, realize that your presence wasn't noise. It was depth. It's easy to feel strong when she's texting, calling, posting stories with you in them. But what about when she goes quiet? That's when confidence is forged, in the invisible moments, when no one's clapping and you're still building. Most guys fall apart when the validation stops. But you build, you move, you create. Your rhythm doesn't depend on applause. It runs deep. And that's when she looks back. Not because you begged, but because you didn't need her energy to survive. You were already evolving. This is what messes with her head in the best way. She pulls back. And your energy doesn't flinch. You're still smiling, still moving, still focused, still leading your life like a man on a mission. And she starts to wonder, did he even notice? Why isn't he reacting like the rest? That curiosity, that's what reawakens attraction. Not because you ignored her, but because you didn't lose yourself over her. You didn't need her presence to feel like a man. You already were. Women feel your direction. Even when you're silent, your purpose speaks. When you're locked in on your vision, your mission, she feels it. That inner fire, that becomes your magnet. Most men lose momentum when she steps back. They pause their goals, their growth, just to perform. But the man who stays the course, he becomes unforgettable. Not because he made a grand move, but because he never let her distance break his discipline. She might walk away, but her respect stays. Don't block her. Don't chase her. Don't post some emotional monologue hoping she'll see it. Just live so powerfully that your absence leaves a mark. Let your silence echo in her world. Let your growth haunt her thoughts, not as punishment, but as proof. Proof that walking away from you means stepping out of something real and into the cold. No need to announce it. Just become the kind of man who doesn't crumble when someone pulls away. She may never say it, but she'll feel it. Final truth. Silence isn't your enemy. Your reaction to it is. You either use it to chase or you use it to transform. This isn't about being cold. This is about being collected. Discipline over desperation. That's the real flex. She might return, she might not. But you'll be too powerful to need the outcome. Because you stopped building your life to be chosen, you started building yourself to be undeniable.